This is a quick behind the scenes, how did we do it, just so we don't forget. This is the MacGyvered up show computer, old laptop, FM transmitter. Got a USB port back here. It works. Running power from across the room out of another box. Timer on the FM transmitter. All the cords plugged into the box, into the power unit, run out the window. Here they are outside. Cords running out the window. Cat 5 runs out of there into box 1. All the cords into the sidewalk, bundled neatly. Over to number 2, number 3, then over to number 4 and 5. Step 1 was to get all the lights put up on the roof line. The icicle lights run the entire length of the roof. The section stops right here. The excess are put in the bucket. The next section runs the other roof line with no excess. It stops a little short. First thing we did was put the gutter clips up 3 inches on center all the way around the gutter and the roof line here. Then the icicle lights went in, and then the white minis go in, and then the multicolored minis down in the holes beyond that. Zoom in on that a little bit. You see the multis down, minis up, and the icicle lights. All the connections are inside this coffee can. So we got a 50-footer running over to the upper roof, a 50-footer running back to the control unit for the icicle lights and for the door and for the roof outline. It's 3 sets of cables there. On the house outline, there's a clear and multi-complete outline, just like on the roof. The last set of clears here, there's 50 not working. Pulled a blank there. Just bundled up down on the downspout. The multis that we didn't need are just running blackouts. We hung all the window frames. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those this year. Made a new wall tree outlined with green. Inside lights are clear and red. The windows all have zipline harnesses made for this year. Makes setup and take down a little easier. The door frame has red and blue rope light, and the other connections running back over to the control units here. A couple of screws holding everything tight into the brick. The ones on the steps will come out, the rest of them stay in. Next thing we did was lay out the arch and mini tree line here. Originally planned to put the arches behind the trees up here, but thought they would not look as good back there. After watching the show a couple of nights, it looks like to me that the arches would do just as well in the back. You can see here that the arches are about 12 to 15 feet off the road line. Moving on up, the mini trees are what this year is at the end of the sod, which is basically the crest of the hill. Next year I'll probably swap this position, put the arches up here on the top where we originally wanted to put them, put the mini trees down on the lower level. I just think it looks a little better. The arches are really bright and it kind of blinds you when you're watching the show. See that the mini trees on the right side here are set up off the ground. I got threaded rod run down into all the minis, 4, 3, and all the 2s, even the ones up here on the ground. These back here are up off the ground because I tried to level out the mini tree line. Looks a little goofy during the day, but at night it makes for a whole lot nicer mini line. This is the mini tree control unit number 2. You can see all the wires for the harnesses we made for the mini tree harnesses coming out of there. I also see the Glad wrap sandwich containers with all the connections in them at the base of each one of the trees. Keeps the plugs dry. A little neater setup. This is the base of the mega tree. Got the presents in front of it. See the control unit there. This one's got 2 controllers, number 4 and number 5 in it. A lot of wires going everywhere. Ran out of plugs making zipline harnesses. Plan on making zipline harnesses for the rest of the mega tree for next year. Do it during the season, so we'll have everything numbered and labeled. Just a matter of plugging it all back up next year. A few sandwich containers over here for the presents to plug into. All the plugs on the mega tree are suspended so they don't get into the water. There is a zip line cable, runs up to the star right there, and everything is winched up. Last thing we did was run all the power cables and the network cables. Everything runs pretty orderly. The main cable runs from the window over there out to the middle where it junctions off. And another main cable over here with the high amperage cables going to the mega tree. The network cable runs from the mega tree box down to the controller number 3. This is the main cable trunk. All the wires, the Cat 5, everything runs out of here under the mat on the sidewalk. This is where it junctions off here. 2 cables in the Cat 5 run on to controller number 2, then on down to controller number 3, and Cat 5 runs on over to controller number 4 and 5 in the box. You can see the power cable running from here on over to the mega tree. If I could, there it is, on over to the mega tree. Here at the Floods duplex boxes in the containers, trying to keep them dry. And here it all is in the daytime. Tune 2 sign, mega tree, we're going to add a lighted garland stringer across the road as kind of a barrier fence, kind of keep some of the people out, maybe. See how that works out. That's pretty much it. I hope I remember to put it all back together right next year.